All right. Clash London calling.
Special request.
Cooper Cirrilo of Edison. That's your call. Great call, man.
Thank you.
We're joined by Nico Bammer as well, the Edison Chargers, who are on their way to a CIF Division III championship game this Friday against Simi Valley at home, Cap Shoe. So things are looking great in Charger Nation right now. Thanks for being here today, gentlemen.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
You know, we were talking a little bit off air, and it's an interesting story. You live in Laguna Beach, but your dad is a teacher at Edison.
Sir?
All right, what's your dad teach?
History.
All right.
He's a big history guy.
Do any of your teammates have him, or have they had him?
A lot, actually. He's one of the main history teachers for senior year. So he's a government teacher.
So their fate is kind of in his hands as far as like
exactly. A little graduation is in his hands.
Did your dad grow up in Laguna Beach?
He grew up in Huntington Beach.
Okay.
He went to Edison. His parents went to Edison. Like, it's just lifeblood in Edison.
Okay, I asked my dad owned a grocery store in Laguna Beach way back when I was a kid growing up, so I was just wondering there.
Yeah.
And your dad was a CDM guy.
Yeah.
Okay, and he played back when we were there. Was he? Do you know if he was part of those CIF championship teams?
I don't know for sure, but it probably checks out. I'll ask him.
Okay. Yeah. Small world.
It's awesome. So, going on the championship game, talk about the environment last week at Vista Murrieta. What was that like in the semis?
It was a really cool environment. I mean, props to them. They all showed up. They had a great student section. Their band was legit, most legit band I've seen. And I think we traveled well. Thank you to all the parents and everyone who shows up. Like, that was just awesome.
We watched it on NFHS, and it looked like it was rocking just from the
It was.
the camera.
Oh yeah, it was quite the vibe. It was just when we walked in there, we knew we had a game ahead of us, and we knew we were well prepared. We knew that we had what it took to get it and end the game early, and that's what happened. At the end of the day, we stuck to our roles, we stuck to our jobs. Unfortunate some of the plays in there, some people getting hurt, and some silly calls by the refs, but we came in there, we did what we needed to do, and we left.
On the road, hostile environment, you got the other team, you got the fans, you got a referee crew that wasn't the most friendly. I mean, that all adds up, but you guys took care of business. How was the weather? Was it cold? I mean, it's getting that time of year where it's cold out, or was it tolerable?
Yeah, definitely tolerable for sure. Our practices, I know we live in Huntington Beach, but we've been practicing later. Definitely gets colder, so you're kind of almost used to the environment, but not too bad.
Nothing you guys can't handle.
Nothing too bad.
So let's go ahead and get this out of the way. If you could go ahead and go to the Teran cam.
No, we don't need to do that.
You mean the slideshow?
We can go to the slideshow, but I wanted to see, Teran was there a football game yesterday, Teran?
Yes, there was.
A college game?
No, there's a lot of good games. We had Miami, Wake Forest. Turn that off. This is Sunset Rewind, not Big Ten Rewind.
All right, Teran.
I had to fill in for my boy Cole.
This is like us talking politics. We're going to talk our audience. We got to love everybody.
Mo is
let's get to the slide
super mad.
2024 Sunset Rewind Fan Zone number 15, California Interscholastic Federation Southern Section Championship Game Edition. Thank you, gentlemen. We would not be doing this show without the victory you guys had this past week. So great to be back for another week.
Congrats,
Sunset
Edison.
Rewind, where are they now? Nate Tawanuhu of Huntington Beach High School, class of 2023.
Do you guys know where he is?
Justin's big brother.
I do not.
Don't.
He is currently playing college football at Golden West.
Oh, I thought it was the SC guy. Never mind.
Golden West got robbed of making
Big
the
brother.
3C2A playoffs.
He might be playing at SC too. He's a dude.
Absolutely.
Golden West should have made the 4-team playoff.
Sunset.
Who got in, by the way?
So
they
the four
did.
teams from the Southern California region are Mount San Antonio, which barely beat Golden West, Riverside City, which is the 2 seed, San Diego Mesa, which was the at-large, which outlasted Golden West, and El Camino, the 4
Saddleback
seed.
didn't make it.
Oh. No, they didn't.
You were talking about possibly playing next year at Saddleback. There's a lot of Edison guys there. What's going on with that?
Been to 2 games. Really cool just program that they have.
Carey Craft.
Definitely interested in it.
Former Cypress guy. A lot of. And
Athletic
you're a
football
4-0
coach.
guy, right?
3-8, pretty close, yeah.
All right. Nico, how about you? Yeah.
About the same. 3.8, 3.9.
What'd you get a B in?
Spanish.
Don't say your dad's history class.
Well, Nico, there's a certain college that played your Notre Dame yesterday that you're applying to, correct?
Yeah,
Correct,
talk
sir.
about that.
Yeah, I'm just applying to West Point. I see it as like a lifelong goal of mine.
Just applying to West Point.
We got to hook him up with Coach
Yeah.
Campbell.
Absolutely.
Army guy. All right. Good
So,
luck with that.
the trivia question.
Wait, real quick. I'm sorry.
wait,
Are you going to play
last
there
week.
possibly?
Oh, we're looking for a walk-on. I've been to their football camp and their soccer camp as well, but we'll hopefully
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
Good. Sorry.
So last week's trivia question, talk about that. It was what player went to Huntington Beach High School who has an NBA championship. And what year was that championship for what team? A couple people gave answers.
Cobley got it first on YouTube.
It was
Uncle Richie got it first on. He got it right as soon as
it was
the
Jack
show aired.
Haley, 1996 Chicago Bulls, who went to what college?
UCLA, right?
Right. Now, this is for Mo, because watch this tie in here, folks.
All right.
Who was Jack Haley's dad?
Mr. Haley?
Jack Haley's dad won the first championship of surfing in Huntington Beach in like 1959. He went on to open a little restaurant on PCH in Sunset
My
Beach
favorite
in
restaurant. I knew that.
1964, and they named this restaurant what?
Captain Jack's. Have you guys ever been there?
I have not.
Okay,
no.
it's Orange County guys. You got like for your birthday type thing. It's the Captain Jack's is the best.
So how about that for a tie-in?
Yeah, that's good
NBA
stuff.
champion with Jack Haley.
I knew
and
his
a
family
surf-
owned that.
Crazy.
And he's a surfing legend, his
Yeah.
dad. So yeah, good stuff.
All right, good question.
Who was this famous wrestler? What Sunset League high school did he attend?
I can't give credit to the person who gave us this because they'll give it away, but this guy went to a Sunset League school.
Really?
Yep.
It's a WW.
His uniform's giving you a hint on the name.
All right. Well, first to answer wins.
What?
I might know it, but I'm not going to give it away.
No, do it off air.
Most player of the week. I mean, really?
6 touchdowns. Apparently, it's 250 yards. We got multiple wrong sources. I don't know, but whatever. He's in the semifinals, just running over defenses. Oh, look, Bill's going to fix it real quick.
You got to give Julius his
42-14.
props.
So the Simi Valley team, they're coached by a
There
guy
you go.
named Jim Benkert, who was the head coach at Westlake, at Oaks Christian.
Yeah,
He's got
legendary coach.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
like
A lot of
he knows his
experience.
stuff.
Yeah.
Have you guys talked about that, like his experience and whatnot?
Yeah,
and
our
staff?
coaches definitely have a lot of respect for any team we play, especially him. They've talked about him a little bit, but
Yeah.
definitely a guy for sure. Yeah.
We got
Okay.
tons of experience as our coaches too. I mean, looking back at how many years we have just in our coaching staff alone and past
Roy
CIS.
Thomas,
and-
Dave White.
Oh, exactly.
Jeff Grady.
And, Bruce Belcher and all these different legends that
Bruce
we have
Belcher,
in
yeah.
our coaching staff, and we're just grateful that we have them.
All right.
I got in a very interesting discussion with another person about how great the Edison coaching staff was. I was like, that staff is just loaded with talent. So my players of the week, I'm going with you guys, Cooper.
Respect.
You can't have a guy run for 250 yards and 6 touchdowns without an offensive line. So,
No line, no shine.
Cooper, I'll let you do the honors. Introduce your offensive lineman.
Our left tackle, number 55, Devin Blake. Left guard, 53, Tay. Center, 52, JP.
We had him in.
And we got right guard, 71, K3. Right guard, Nate. And then me at right tackle.
I heard Devin Blake was so sick he couldn't even ride on the team bus. How
Yeah,
did he hold
he-
up that game? And could you tell he was hurting?
Yeah, we had team meal the day before, and we kind of just watched film, go through walkthroughs, review, and he didn't look too good. And then he said after that, like he just went home and went straight to bed and was like just sick.
Is he doing better now?
Yeah, he's doing better now. But before the game, he pulls up with like IVs, hydration.
Oh.
Yeah, so
And he's still battling.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Devin Blake
he got
flu
it done.
game.
Yeah, Michael
But
Jordan.
you know
flu
what?
game. Michael
You know
Jordan
what?
flu game.
Yeah.
Pain is temporary.
He
glory's
still
forever,
balled out,
right?
too,
Yeah.
so.
Devin Blake. And you know what's funny is you guys will talk about that 10, 15, 20, 30
For
years
sure,
from now.
for sure.
You guys will talk, hey, remember when we went to the CIF championship game back in 24? Remember Devin? You guys will talk about that forever. There's a little past photo of you guys.
Helix.
There's the squad right there.
Yes, sir.
Are you guys going to be wearing the blacks again?
We don't know.
Well,
'cause
we can't because
It's a
I thought
home
the
game,
blacks
right?
were so sweet. Everyone
they're
loved
sick. I
them.
love 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But CIF told us we can't wear them because you can't see the number of the jerseys on the back. It's too hard to see them.
It was tough to see.
So we've been like battling that. We wore like the black pants. So
we were
like
trying
we
to
like
slowly
that.
fight against it with the black
Alright.
pants.
But
and
we'll-
then
we'll be going green
we'll
and
go
gold.
for
sure.
Whatever you
Especially at
wear,
home, too.
just get the win.
Yeah.
That's all secondary.
Yeah.
100%.
All right.
Sunset Rewind, good vibe of the week. Vote for the top 5 JP West Media Lineman of the Year. So you go to jpwestmedia.com. I think he's got 15 different gentlemen you can that are nominated for that from the Sunset League schools, and vote for your top 5.
I recognize a couple of those dudes.
Yeah. JP up top there.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Terrence takes. What do you got, Teran?
All right, I actually got quite a bit. So I actually have a trivia question for you and Mo.
Okay.
So this was courtesy of Dan Albano.
Oh.
There was a team that didn't make the playoffs that had one of the longest playoff streaks that there was in a hot minute.
Okay.
Who was the team that didn't make the playoffs?
That had a long playoff streak. They didn't make the playoffs this
From
year.
Orange County.
Was it Fullerton?
No.
Okay.
El Toro?
Nope.
We could be here all day. It wasn't
I'll
Madison,
give you
I
a
know
clue.
that.
South Orange County.
South County, and they didn't make the playoffs.
All right, what
We
is
both grew up in South County, so.
Go ahead.
and
Should
so
I
did
give it
Albano.
away or should I let the fans answer?
I'd give it away. They can pause.
Trebico Hills.
No.
Okay.
That's
They
my
have-
They
guess.
made it.
That was my
Cicero?
guess.
No.
Okay.
That's a good guess, though. So the answer is St. Margaret's.
Oh, Dan
No,
O'Shea.
Coach O'Shea. Don't tell me
Dan
that.
O'Shea.
You know, that
Don't
was
worry,
good
I
buddy.
got
Head coach.
stumped on that
Oh, okay.
too.
Yeah.
I guessed Capo Valley Christian.
Oh, we love Dan O'Shea.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was quite the bummer, but
Well, they'll be back next year. I
exactly.
promise
Mo
that.
said it best.
Yeah.
It's a tough industry, but tough times only last for some time. You know, tough people last forever. All right.
you go.
Yeah, I just want to give you that trivia question, but
That's a great question. Thank you to Dan Albano, and thank you for passing.
Of course.
passing it along to us. Yeah, that's
all
great.
right. So a few more things. So last week, Pacifica of Garden Grove, they were actually in the. They actually wound up making the semifinals.
I heard
And-
they got ripped off. I know a couple parents.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
players
yeah.
on that team.
Our old
Yeah.
friend Thomas Blazer is the coach there.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if he was the guy that reached out to me, but he or one of the coaches reached out and said, you should have some of our guys in the studio. So
Yes. I
as
saw
much
that.
as we would love to have like other teams, we kind of just got to stick with the Sunset League schools for the time being. But we,
For now.
hopefully, knock on wood, that if we grow big enough, that we will be able to have like more teams. Like,
Agreed.
because we would love to have like players from Mission Viejo, Pacifica, San Clemente. The list goes on and on.
Well,
So-
Actually,
speak-
Teran, let me tie that into something because
ahead.
I think that's a great point. So if you go to our website, sunsetrewind.com, what we ultimately want to do is have the kids kind of be who we are, the producers behind the soundboard, videoing the games, doing interviews. And the more kids that can do that and ultimately get class credit, get a grade for that, like an ROP class, we can expand. I mean, there's only 3 of us, so we can only be so many. We're spread out thin enough with the 7 teams we cover. We just don't
Yeah.
have the manpower.
And-
But if we can get kids on board, go to the website, look at it. We'd love to have you. More of you guys and less of Teran and Dull are way better.
Okay, Sleepy Mo.
And another
me.
point, that's great that Pacifica is watching us because we got some fans from other areas of Southern California. Lucerna, right? We have
Yeah.
Lucerna going to the finals against Palos Verdes.
And
So,
they're fans of us as well.
We have-
That,
good
you
game.
guys play. They
Yeah.
play all the Sunset League.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys
we
see
played
them
both
every
of
year.
them this year. Yeah.
So
They got that
Lucerna,
quarterback.
Dennis Roll, the grandfather over there that I talk to weekly, they're in the championship game against Palos Verdes, and Dan Klink, the father over at Palos Verdes that I talk to a lot. So those two going head to head. And no, Mo, I'm not going to answer the question because Mo's going to try to put me on the spot here and ask me who I'm picking in that game.
Who are you
Since
picking?
I'm friends with Lucerna and Palos Verdes, I'm hoping for a great
Oh, I'll
championship
tell you
game.
right now, I'm pulling for PV only because they play good teams in the non-league.
So does Lucerna.
Lucerna beat my CDMC Kings last year. I'm still a little bitter about that.
Correct.
So,
We were at that game.
Go PV.
How
Sorry,
about Lucerna playing the Sea Kings 2 years in a row in the
different.
championship game?
Yeah,
Del Mar,
the
then Palos
CDMC
Verdes.
Kings
How about that?
and
kinda
the
cool.
Palos
So good
Verdes
luck to both of them. And
Yeah.
thank you for all your
Both really good
kindness and
teams.
great compliments, Dennis Roll and Dan Klink. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
What
And
else
one,
you got, Teran?
and one
Anything
last
else?
thing: never make promises you can't keep. Mo, who
Uh-oh.
literally said,
Uh-oh.
and I quote: "Russell Weir's going to block a punt, and eventually Ethan Garbus is going to throw the go-ahead touchdown and lead UCLA to the win."
That's
So-
what happens when you get corrupt officials who didn't call him. Boo-hoo! Block. They know about corrupt officials. They were.
Well, all I'm hearing is excuses.
Whoa!
Russell Weir
Hey,
has
now.
got nothing but green roads ahead of him. He's gonna have a great career.
Yes.
A true
Mo-
freshman starting on special teams. You
So
watch
is Garbers.
next year.
So is
UCLA
Ethan.
will be in the national championship game because of Russell Weir making big plays late in the game.
Oh man,
yeah.
so
Mark
much for
it.
me saying don't make promises you can't keep. I already can tell Mo's probably going to have that.
How about
Wait,
this?
Wait, hold on.
Backfire.
Speaking of colleges, who's your guys' college team?
I'm Army West Point.
All right.
Obviously.
All right. Who cheers against Army, by the way?
Nobody.
Other than Navy.
Nobody. Yeah. Navy and Air Force.
America's team.
I'm a Coastal Carolina fan.
I love Coastal Carolina.
How them?
That's
I've never
so-
heard that in my
that's-
life.
yeah.
Never. That's awesome. Yeah.
Sun
I
Belt,
couldn't
Fun
tell you,
Belt.
I just find them like appealing. They've got a tight end who used to play. He plays for the Ravens, Isaiah Likely.
Okay.
I watched him when he played, and he kind of just like fell.
Didn't they
in
have
love
a
with
big
him.
run 2 or 3 years ago where
Yeah.
they're like 10 and
Well,
Yeah,
they
that
won
was
a
when they
national
played BYU
championship
in the
baseball,
post-COVID
too.
year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
the
guys play
baseball
other
games,
sports, by
yeah.
the way?
I do soccer and track.
Okay, soccer and track. What's your track event?
I do 400, 200, and 100.
Wow.
So he's a
so
slow
he's
guy.
fast. Yeah, exactly.
See, that's how you're able to cover those kicks.
So
I
Cooper,
tried
you're going to
to.
be playing a new sport this year, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing rugby this year.
We've heard
Yeah.
that like how many weeks in a row now?
Everybody's doing
and all
rugby.
these great football players are playing rugby now. And they're good, like Lenny Ibarra from
Who's
Los
on your team, the
Alamitos.
rugby team? Do you know yet?
We've got a good squad. Really shout out to Shea Summers. He's the one who kind of influenced me to do
was
it.
on last
He kind
week.
of started the program, too.
Yeah,
he's the one who started the
he's
whole
really
rugby
pushing
program.
Okay,
for us, too.
here's my challenge to Edison if he's not already out there. Get Matt Lopez to play.
Matt, come out.
That's my
Now,
dog.
You were saying something about 15s. What does that mean?
So there's 7s and 15s. 7s is like a lot more fast pace. 15s,
Is that the number of people on the field?
Yeah, number of
Okay,
people on the
okay.
team on the field. 15s is like the complete game. A lot more rules. But we got a good squad this year, so we should have enough.
Do you have anybody from other schools around?
Yeah,
that
we're
you
looking
cover?
for other schools to
So like
kind of
Huntington
mix
guys?
in. Yeah, we
So
can get
from the
Huntington
district,
guys, yeah.
so like a
Guys
Fountain
close
Valley guy
enough.
could play
Yeah,
there.
Fountain Valley.
I'm not supposed to mention Fountain
Newport.
Valley and Edison in the same sentence.
I mean,
sorry, Edison Nation.
yeah.
Is there any talk? Have you guys heard of the CIF maybe ultimately making that sport? Because it seems to be gaining a lot of traction.
Yeah, it's gaining a lot of traction, so that's the hope.
Right.
Yeah, a
but
lot
for
of
now, it's just
popularity.
club. But I think for sure in
Yeah.
a few years. But it's cool just
Definitely
to like
how
be a
it's
part of it
grown.
when it started.
That's
Yeah.
really
Definitely
cool.
how
Like
it's
to see
growing
like
at
girls
Edison,
flag
too.
football,
Yeah.
how big that's.
That too.
Yeah,
Like
And
Right.
beach volleyball.
Huge,
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, I actually was hanging out with a Edison alumni from like '96 the other night, and I said Fountain Valley in some passing, and he looked at me weird, and he gave me a he goes,
It's
"Ah."
all good.
He was like, yeah, it's funny. All right.
And wait, one last thing, and I actually want to pitch this to you two, and maybe
Okay.
someone else. Corona Del Mar and Newport Harbor obviously didn't make the playoffs. What was before this year? When was the last time the two teams didn't make the playoffs?
Both of them?
Yeah.
2004.
Well, I actually don't know that. Actually,
Okay. I don't
How do you propose a trivia question without knowing the answer?
I don't think it's 2004 because I think Corona Del Mar was pretty decent back then. But
All right.
we're gonna have to dig into the history books on that one.
Interesting. All right. Thank you, Teran, for your takes.
All right.
No problem.
Sunset
That wasn't too bad. I thought you
Rewind
laughed at it.
news and fan comments. Romeo Pelham. The transfer portal has killed high school recruiting. Let's go back to the old way. Get kids out of high school and develop them. Well,
That's the Long Beach, Milliken coach, right?
yeah,
I believe so.
You're the expert on that stuff, Coach. So I'll let you
Don't look at me.
handle that.
Well, I don't know. Back in the day, they used to like get the 5 stars and the 4 stars and the JUCO guys, but now the whole NIL and transfer thing. SC's a perfect example. Let's stay on topic. They got their quarterback from UNLV, so UNLV found a diamond in the rough, and then they lose him a year later because he's so good. I hate to use the word poach because it has a negative connotation, but SC saw the value in him, took him. So now, instead of them going for like the 5-star of the guy, they're just going to get an NIL guy. So these big dogs are going there first, then the JUCO guys, then the 5-star guys. So everything gets pushed down a little bit.
Yeah.
And then if you're one of those perceived mid-level to low-level D1 schools, you got to be sweating bullets if one of your stars steps up because there's a chance you're not going to have him the following year. So it's like, do you hide your star player
Right.
and not play him? You have to play him, but then if you do play him and he steps up,
Well, you got those
might
great
not have
bowl
him.
subdivision schools too, like like a Montana or a South Dakota State. So if somebody tears it up there, what's to keep them from going to Arkansas the next year?
That's my point.
Yeah.
It's just everything got kicked down one level.
Isabel Applin said this. This is a tough one. It seems like the OC teams are not doing well in CIF. Any thoughts on it? And it's funny. I've spoke with a head football coach at another school about that, and there are some interesting theories out there.
Well, it is interesting. I'll tell you
Yeah.
right now. I was talking to Rick Feldman about that, the Cypress head coach, and he made some great points. Orange County was the county that all the schools in that district decided to kind of reshuffle the leagues and make
Right.
them more, equitable. So every week you are in a battle. Back in the day, you might have 1, maybe 2 games in league. You'd have a couple freebies so you could rest.
Your league schedule is
Fountain
effectively
Valley.
a playoff schedule.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now every week is just it's a buzzsaw, and so by the
a
time you get to
gauntlet.
the playoffs, you are wiped out. Whereas all these Inland Empire teams, San Diego teams, whatever, they get a couple of those breaks. They get that bye week, and so they're coming in a lot more fresh. I will say this: it goes in cycles. We'll see how this plays out in the next couple of years, but that's an interesting trend. I hope it doesn't continue. But
Yeah.
I mean, you talk a little bit about the Alpha League. You guys know.
Yeah, legit league for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they first made it, it was not surprising, but it was like okay, like this is the real deal. Honestly honored to be part of like the top 4.
You're the top
It honestly
four,
felt like
yeah.
a big like thank you for like putting us in that league. I mean, it was a battle. Every week was a battle.
There's one
getting
alpha
into it,
team,
and-
alpha league team still
Yeah.
playing.
Well, I will say
Like
in
being
one
able to play
respect,
those teams, yeah, it
you
was
guys
crazy.
are battle tested.
Yep.
But it is football. It's physical, and when you're knocking heads week after week after week, it does take its toll on your body. How are you holding up physically? I mean, I know as a kicker, and I'm not knocking your position. You're probably okay, but how are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm here and I'm playing, so got to be grateful for that. But it's been hard certain weeks, but I feel good now, and I'm just ready to play.
Nico,
Yeah.
what's your practice schedule like? I mean, I can't imagine you're involved when they're in group or team or endo. Do you just kind of kick and they leave you alone, or do you have a set thing you do with the punter, or what is your typical schedule like?
Yeah, usually it is the same thing. I mean, every day we practice like it's a regular game, nothing special about it, but we head to lifts right after school, and then it's just we go to our meetings. So during that time, usually I head out to the field, and then I go and kick for a little bit to warm up, and then
Do you play any other positions?
right now it's just kickoff, punt, and big PAT field goal.
So you're kind of on your own schedule more or less, and then when they go to special teams, you kind of step up and do your thing.
Yeah, so when it is special teams, I step up and I do my job, yeah.
Okay.
So 42-0 or 14 last week. Did you miss any extra points?
I did not.
There you go.
I think you missed one this year, and I called you out on there, but it wasn't your fault. It either got blocked or it was a bad snap or something.
There was one, I think, against Yorba Linda
Yeah.
that I did miss, and that was my fault.
We're going to own that. I don't think it was, but you remember.
Do you know what
better
you
than
are
I do.
overall in PATs
What I am, like,
this season?
percentage?
Yeah.
I think you're
I'm not
24,
sure.
25.
I think I may be 24, 25.
What's
looked
your
it up.
longest field goal ever made?
In practice or in game?
Both.
In game, we tend to hit the zone a little too often for me, which is not a bad thing.
Right.
But I think right now in game is about 38.
Okay.
And then in practice is about 57, 58.
Wow.
I got to think you're the second leading scorer on the team. Like, people don't realize
Yeah, after
kickers,
Julius, yeah.
Julius. I'm telling all those
Yeah,
PATs you kick and field goals.
Yeah.
Kickers are people too, you know.
Hey, man, it might come down to the kicker this week, so
Yeah, hoping it doesn't, but
But it's good to know they can rely on you, so that's a good thing, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Uncle Richie, Huntington Beach.
By the way, there's
legend.
another Orange County team in the playoffs not named Mater Dei or Edison, Portola.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they were a 16 seed if I'm not mistaken.
all right, my bad. Good for them.
And they're playing El Rancho, correct?
I think so, yeah.
My father's alma mater. That's where my dad went to high school.
Nice.
Nice.
Rich Cirrilo, very happy and proud of Coach Brown and the mighty Huntington Beach Oilers on another rewarding season. Those kids at Summit are legit. I was impressed with their old school offense. It reminded me of Coach Ladacour of De La Salle's team. So that's the highest compliment you can get.
Oh, yeah.
Here's an interesting thing. Summit got hammered last week, so the team that beat Huntington
Yeah.
got hammered. That's just how tough
Yeah.
these divisions are. And I believe Huntington was the 1 seed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So don't let those seeds
Yeah, those are
deceive you.
It's tight. Those
yeah, it's a hodgepodge.
rankings are very tight.
Yep.
So as competitive as Huntington Beach High School football is, you know, between Edison, Huntington Beach, Marina, Ocean View, the city is behind you guys. Rich Cirrilo, again, this is a Huntington Beach legend, graduated in the early 80s, played there, became a referee, actually. Wow. University of Arizona guy. So this is a Huntington Beach diehard alumni. Wishing the fine gents at Edison High School the very best as they continue their journey towards capturing a CIF Southern Section crown. So you guys got the whole city behind you.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. Appreciate that.
I really do appreciate that. I remember last year when CDM made the run and everybody else was out, a lot of parents and players from other teams were kind of cheering them on. I'm like, that's so cool
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
you know, it's.
Yeah.
But I want to recognize a couple people. I posted you guys were on your way to the championship game. Coach Weezar from Newport Harbor was liking that. Still Kurtz, a stud from Huntington
Oh, yeah,
Beach,
yeah.
he liked
Yeah.
it. Kent Piquel, who was the longtime announcer for
Los
Los and now at
Alamitos.
Western, he was liking that.
wow.
So you got a lot of players and coaches and parents from other teams kind of supporting you guys. So that's really cool to see. And I'm
That's just great how great the Sunset League is. You know, like they battle each other, have these epic wars on the gridiron, but then, you know, when there's still one team standing, hey, that's us. You know, it's like a
Yeah.
family thing.
I hope they
Football
come
is
to your-
family.
Yeah, because, you know, everybody's on break right now. It's a Friday night game, the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Attendance could be weird, but at the same time, you're the only show in town, so
Yeah.
hopefully that thing's
Yeah.
packed. So come
Yeah.
check it out Friday.
Yeah. Cap
So
shoe.
a
Cap
little
shoe.
correction here from the Los Al game last week. Number 11 for Los Al is Justice Crawfee, not Pete. They ripped Crawfee's jersey last week when they kept holding him. So I guess we had a jersey change in that game last week.
It happens.
Joseph Dubman, could not be more proud of my Oilers. Shout out to Mike Arriola on a great season and his hard work and dedication to the team. He will be missed. And in all caps, we will be back, Coach Joe.
Guarantee it.
All right.
Now that's a promise someone should keep.
They're going to be good next year. You guys competed, well, you don't really play DB, but the quarterback from Huntington, Edmonds.
Oh, Brady
the real
Edmonds,
deal.
yeah. I heard
He's
about
only a
him, yeah.
sophomore, and he
Yeah.
wrote their whole record.
Yeah,
Brett
we've
Brown
seen
might
him.
actually
we
try
played
to-
a passing game against him
And we played
earlier in the
against him last
season.
year.
Yeah, we played him last
Yeah.
year. I don't know if much of a threat he was last year to us.
He's plus a freshman. So.
and it's also Huntington Beach. So
Yeah. Oh, a little dig there. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
So Kai Kozai chimed in, and I'll let you reply to this one, Teran. It's my second favorite week of the year, beat SC week. Well, now that the game's been played, any comments on that, Teran?
I know what his first favorite week is.
Michigan, Ohio State.
Yes, beat Ohio
This
State
week.
week.
Kai's going to have a rough week because Michigan's going to get beat down by Ohio State. Because Bruins lost. Now, you and Kai have a little thing online going back.
Oh
and forth.
yeah, that was something I want to.
Do you want to address that real quick, Terry?
Yeah, Kai was literally just mentioning me in all the UCLA posts. I didn't want to clap back. I'm not a guy who will clap back against someone.
I think
or
it's time
talk
to clap
smack.
back, Taryn.
Yeah, but
Not the
Kai,
clap.
what happened?
I saw what you did
Yeah,
there.
yeah, and I was tweeting during the UCLA USC
You know what the
game.
A clap
and then
is, Teran?
What?
You know what the 8 clap is?
8 claps?
Oh, wow.
He doesn't know. He should know. He's an SC guy.
Is
Go
it-
ahead. Blast Kai.
Isn't it like the alma mater for or the fight song for UCLA?
Close enough. Go back to beating up on Kai.
Yeah, but yeah, Kai, what happened? Like, he was tweeting me during the game, and then when the game, I told him, I've been wrong more often than not. You better hope that this is not one of those times. And I could not be more happy to be wrong. And when I replied to Kai, I was like, oh, hey, Kai, with a LeVar Ball gif. So,
All right. Good job. You know, Kai, games have consequences. and
Sorry, boy.
unfortunately, you're bruised. All right. Moving on.
Okay. Sunset Rewind, CIF Southern Section Division III Championship game. Go ahead, give us our current records, Teran, before we get into this.
I mean, we all went 1-0 because we all picked Edison.
Okay.
So Mo's record overall is 43-32. Kevin's overall record is 41-34, and my overall record is 44-31. So I'm still a game ahead of.
So we're
Will you
obviously.
please pick Simi Valley this week?
Of course not.
Please.
And have Matt Lopez blast me? Absolutely not.
I almost have to pick him if I want to win
Yeah,
this
I
thing,
was
but
gonna
I'm not
say-
picking against Edison. Although they are 12-1. That's a good record.
There we go.
they're a good team.
Edison
They're a good
versus
team.
Simi Valley championship game.
Mo.
Capshoe.
I have to pick. I have no choice.
So
I
you're
wanna win
you're
this
really
thing.
picking Simi Valley?
I'm picking them, but I'm pulling for Edison, and I'm thinking
You're
Edison's
not
gonna
picking
win.
Simi
I have to.
Valley.
I'm going to lose.
To beat Teran?
Yes.
Oh.
I love how Mo is now in
Yeah,
this.
screw it. I'm going with Edison. I don't care.
Edison's
I'm
winning.
Okay.
Edison's winning this game.
Yeah,
too.
not
Edison
picking
will
against
win.
Edison. I don't care.
And guys, we know who you're going with. Just tell
Tell
us
us
what the
it's
key.
gonna
What are
take.
the keys to victory without giving Simi Valley any bulletin board material?
Yeah, definitely being disciplined, both sides of the ball. Just doing what we've been doing week in, week out, keeping our composure, and just playing our ball.
Yeah, it's just a regular game for us. I mean, we have to come at it thinking it's nothing big. Yes, it is a championship game, but we've been practicing every week like it's a regular game. It's a regular week. Nothing changes. We hit it hard in the weight room starting tomorrow. We take our film seriously and we take our practices seriously, and we're just going to hit it
I
hard.
think that's a great point. I don't care if this is week 1, the first round, the state finals. A game is a game. You practice. You start like trying to make adjustments because it's the finals.
Yeah.
Because it's the semis. You get away from who you are and what you do. I mean, Grady. The thing I love about interviewing him is he's so. I don't want to say impassionate because I know he has a passion for the game, but it's just, hey, we're moving on. We're moving
love
on.
his interviews,
We just
yeah.
do what we do.
Yeah.
And that's why you guys are so methodical. I always
He's
hear the Penn
business.
State. Yeah.
Yeah.
They clock in. They're like union workers. They clock in and they clock out.
I've
I
had
know
the
all about
opportunity
that.
to be a coach on a staff in a CIF championship game twice. We won one, lost one. The one we won in 2007, we went into that practice. Coach had a 2-hour script for practice, final practice for we're going to play. At an hour and like 37 minutes, blew the whistle. We're done because we got through everything because we were just that prepared. So let me ask you this, a reflective question. It seems like it was light years away now. It seems like it was years ago. But a couple months ago, you guys were 0-2 at the that point in the season, did you ever dream that this was possible?
Of course, this is the number one goal in mind. Everyone always talks about it, like get to a championship, winning championships.
Yeah.
And it's like a goal you have, but it never became real until really last week, this week, like it's actually there. So
You see it, it's in front of you.
I mean, looking back at freshman year, we didn't really think this was something we had, and then we come out this year. It's looking a little shaky, a little rocky. Defense pulls through. I mean, Cooper is a big guy on defense and offense, and when he played like that, he just balled out. And our defense just was holding strong. And I think when times when our offense was struggling, our defense was the ones who really held the rock for our team, and that's what kind of pulled us through the first couple of victories in this season. And then once our offense picked up and started getting off, and just took its wings off, and we just took off and started winning games.
This just means so much to the alumni and the Edison faithful. I can't tell you. We're good friends with Rocky Wan. I'm sure you guys have met Rocky.
Rocky, love Rocky.
Yeah.
And like, well, who else? Freddie and
Big Fred.
Like this
Maya,
is
the dog.
Oh yeah.
you guys are playing for. You guys are not just playing for your high school. You're playing for this tradition, and you're playing for family. The Edison high school roots are a big thing. That community, you guys live in that community. You know how it is. But this game means so much to so many people. And that atmosphere is going to be electric on Friday. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So,
All right, let's go.
so here are the state championship game dates and times.
By the way,
Coach
pause
Pottios
that.
was nice enough to get this for us.
I got that from OC Varsity. So if you go to their website, they got it all spelled out. It's a little more detailed. But if you're interested in
Three
state-
different locations.
it's all in Orange County or Southern California this year. Those are the teams.
You can go to Saddleback College, Mission Viejo, or Fullerton High School, obviously in Fullerton. Veterans Stadium is Long Beach City College.
Yeah, so check that out on OC Varsity too as well.
And if you need, I'll leave this on the screen for another
That is
second.
positive.
Wait, is it Fullerton High School or Fullerton College?
I don't know. I copied and pasted that off
might
OC
be important.
Varsity, so
Hmm.
double check. All right.
So on a somber note, we lost some legends in the Orange County high school coaching community recently. Foothill Hall of Fame coach Joe Gonzalez, remembered for success on and off the field. He coached at Foothill for, I believe, 14 years. His daughter, Leanne, good friend of ours who went on to play at
college
UCLA.
with her, credentialing school with her. I taught with her. We both taught with her briefly.
She's in the Hall of Fame herself. I believe Coach Gonzalez won 2 CIF titles while at Foothill and was named a Coach of the Year 3 different times.
Good friends with Owen's daughter. I went to his other daughter's wedding. Real nice guy, longtime legend. That was.
So yeah, we're sad to see him go, but I mean, he's in a better place now, and thoughts and prayers to him and his family. And it's always tough, but the impact he made on so many lives and the positive effect he had on the world will always be remembered. So God bless him, and like I said, thoughts and prayers to his family. And another legend recently passed. If you know anything about Loera High School, the Lappin family there, that's like Loera royalty. There's 2 things I know about Loera High School: the Lappin family and Mama Koza's, the restaurant right
Yeah,
there.
right.
Yeah.
When we got into
if you're in that
coaching
part of Anaheim, yeah.
at Cypress around 2000-ish, his name was brought up a lot by the older people.
Right.
I never met him or knew him, but I know he's kind of a legend in that community. So, boys, we get older, things like this get more
Yeah.
common. It's kind of a bummer.
But the Lappins, like so many great athletes went through Loera that were, played at that high school. But Dean was,
be remembered.
a great coach, great teacher, all the best to him, so thoughts and prayers with the Lappin family as well. So it's time to fill a bus. There's a City of Cypress CHP toy drive that takes place every year. This year it's going to be December 14th at Joe Schmo's, which is at 5123 Ball Road in Cypress, 8:30 to 9:45 a.m. So this is a great thing that a friend of ours, Coach Charlie Williams, does, along with the California Highway Patrol. All you got to do is bring an unwrapped toy for a girl or boy, put a smile on their face, just anything. Just, order something off Amazon or go to Target, like a little $10 gift or whatever. You won't believe how far that goes. You don't even have to wrap it. Just show up with it, drop it off. There'll be some local high schools there. So anybody in Southern California, you're encouraged to show up and just donate a gift. And,
Do you guys have anything
easy.
like that? Or what do you do for your fundraising for this athletes, for the team?
Beginning of the year, we have some kind of e-team sponsor. The guy comes in
Yeah,
and we
like,
send 20 emails to
Right.
so many
Oh, one of
people,
the- yep.
just copy and paste, or aunt and uncle and whoever else. But it's sometimes we get a couple other fundraisers for a car wash, golf
Yeah.
ball, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
It's funny you say that. We did that for softball at Cypress. The guy showed
Yeah.
up as an Edison guy.
Nice.
He was
Yeah,
Edison alumni.
it's a tight knit community, and it's love goes all around.
Do you guys keep up with any of the former players?
When I went to Saddleback, I talked to Jackson Irwin a few times.
Mr. Everything,
Yeah.
that's my guy.
Yeah, some of the other guys like you'll see, or they'll like a post, or you'll see at the game. So it's always cool to see.
Okay.
Yeah, I talk to Nicky P sometimes, the pass kicker, but
He was good. We were talking about
he was
that.
good. Yeah, we
I
were.
remember
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he was love him.
Yep.
All right.
What do we got?
Hey, JP West Media, for all your media needs and photography, go to JP West Media. Check out his website. We thank you to him and Dean for their contributions to the show every week. And then here you go, Coach. Save the
Are
date.
you guys familiar with this?
Yeah, we have this poster up in our weight room, and I've seen this before.
And thanks for doing
Yeah.
that, by the
Attaboy.
way. We reached out to all the schools that we cover, and they did that. The California Showcase, it's in February. It's free. It's at the Great Park in Irvine. And you've got a lot of Division II, a lot of Division III, a lot of NAIA coaches looking to give scholarships away.
Yeah.
I say this all the time. If you can play football in Orange County, you can absolutely play at the next level.
Yep.
You don't have to go to Alabama or Georgia to kind of play at the next level. There's a lot of other colleges that give scholarships. So check it out. You might walk away with the scholarship. And I mean, if you think about it, let's say college is about $25,000 a year, give or take. You get a scholarship, that's like a $100,000 lottery ticket.
Yeah, it really
And
is.
all you gotta do is show up, run a couple 40s, do some bench, do a little 7-on. You never know. What do you have to lose?
Yeah.
So check that
Exactly.
out. Go
Exactly.
to cashowcase.org and sign up.
All right, so that'll about do it for Fan
Real quick.
Zone number 15 flow chart. I know we got some questions asked, don't we?
Well, no, I want to. We always say this. Who's
Yeah.
your favorite teacher and why?
Right.
Mr. Bammer.
I was gonna say that does count. Yeah, you didn't have him, did you?
I had him freshman year, and I'm gonna have him again for government for
Okay.
SciBacs. So I'll have him twice.
Second
If
semester.
you
Yeah.
show up to class late, will you get a detention?
I will get an A in that class. Otherwise, I will hear about it from him for the rest of my life.
Where's mom stand on this?
My mom's also a teacher, but
Okay.
Where does she teach?
She teaches in Laguna Beach
Oh, nice.
Elementary School.
Okay.
Yeah, so little two teachers as families.
I
So.
thought there was some law about you can't be in your parents' classroom. I mean, I'm sure it'll be.
There
experienced
is,
it
I hear
once.
there is something like that, but when SciBacs is a program at Edison we have that's nowhere
It's a
else in Orange
specialized
County,
program. Okay.
specialized program, and he's the only teacher for the freshmen and for the seniors, and so I think that's the only reason why.
Now, will he compensate your cell phone if it's out in class?
100%.
Okay, good. And he won't have to pick it up at school. He'll already be
How
there.
about you, Cooper? Who's your favorite teacher?
Shout out Mr. Walters and Mr. Harrell. They've been both my history teachers for the past 2 years. Great guys, love them. We always talk. They're just teachers that you can connect with, so I like it. Yeah.
So food perspective. Mo and I are walking around Huntington Beach. We need something to eat. What restaurant you sending us to?
My restaurant isn't actually in Huntington Beach. I'm a Costa Mesa guy.
Okay.
It's actually just down the street, Wedge Burger. That's my
Okay.
spot.
All
yeah,
right.
I grew up there.
Nice.
Local
Is that down
spot.
by the wedge? Is that where
It's
got
just
on
down the
17th,
street.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right on 17th right
okay,
here. It's my
okay.
spot. Love
I
it.
may stop there after this.
It's-
Actually.
I was
There
going to
you
say,
go.
I'm getting kind of hungry. I might hit that up. I hope they're open.
Yeah.
All right, you're up. Where are you sending us?
I don't know much Huntington.
Anywhere.
Okay, Laguna. I know
Laguna. I know
okay.
Laguna well.
Okay.
If you're gonna go
Zulus.
Laguna, I would go one of two places. I would go the taco stand. It's brand new.
Okay.
Came out maybe a year ago.
Okay.
Used to be a
What street's that
Taco
on?
Bell. It's on PCH.
It's on PCH.
You just go
like by
PCH.
Oak or
right.
San Cleo.
It's on the other end, so it's gonna be on Northern Laguna,
Okay.
right past Thalia Street. So you
Okay, by
right
Thalia.
past
Okay,
Thalia,
yeah.
boom, you're there. Next to Surf and Sand Hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good restaurant.
What's
And
on the
then-
That's a
menu at
nice
Surf
hotel,
and
by the
Sand.
way. Get dinner down there right
Oh
on
yeah.
the ocean.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The menu.
Yeah. What are you having off that menu?
I'm an enchilada guy. I gotta
Oh,
have
nice.
2 chicken enchiladas
Oh,
with
yeah.
maybe carnitas or something like that. Something
Nice.
good. But
Just the
yeah.
carnitas.
That's awesome.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks, gentlemen. Nico Bammer and Cooper Cirrilo for being here today. Go Chargers. Let's get it done
Go
this
Chargers.
week.
Go
Go
Chargers!
Three
Bolts
games to
up.
go, but we take
Bolts
it one
up.
at a
Bolts
time. You
up.
take care of
Go
that.
Chargers!
Get those bolts up.
Remember to like and subscribe to us on YouTube. We get to 2,000 subscribers this year. Mo will get the Mohawk. So
Dude,
that we
I'm
want
so
that.
sick of this Gavin Newsom look. I want to shave this thing. So get me 2,000 subs so I can, get rid of this mop on my head.
On social media, you can find us at sunset_rewind. Special thanks to Nick Verns, Emma Verns, Michaela Maloof, our reporter.
Get those fingers down, Murphy.
Teran Rodriguez, producers
least
and
it wasn't me.
directors, Murphy Cargus and James Troopy. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week, and hopefully we're
yeah.
talking about a
With a
championship
chip.
for Edison
Oh yeah.
and celebrating that.
Cat
So,
shoe.
I don't know who we're going to bring on. We've had a little roster on. Do you have any
You know
freshmen
what?
who are good? We're running out of players.
I say we bring on the legends, Dave White and
No way. Those guys are so busy. They ain't
That's a
coming.
Okay, then
I
never
want to get
mind.
Freddie on, and I
Freddie.
want to get the equipment guy
Yeah,
on with his
Sam.
dog.
with Shay,
Sam.
yeah,
Will
right.
you talk to those guys? And ask
we
them
need
to
the
come
dog
in?
on.
All right.
Sweet.
We'll
We'll
get
get
I
him
don't want
out. We'll get him
Maya
out here.
Maya.
We'll put her on the table with a little doggy bowl.
So thanks for tuning in again. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thanksgiving.
All the best to you
yeah.
and your families. Let's go Chargers. Take care, and God bless.
Go
What's
Chargers.
up? Is that how you do it?
What's up? Right here.
What's up? Right here.
There we go. Yeah, let's go. That is not the Edison fight song. Bias people. All right, cut. The show's over.